It is April 4th, 2020, and I would like to give you an update on where things stand, at least from my particular perspective, through the teeth of this incredible crisis. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. So, as I mentioned in previous vids, I think the best way to really examine what's going on here is by carefully examining my peer-to-peer lending account with Lending Club, right? So if you had a chance to catch any of the previous vids I did on this particular subject, you'll know that I have since the fall of 2018 invested in about 302 different loans, right? And I try to stay focused on the middle to upper tier credit quality of borrowers, right? So since that time, I've made a grand total of 302 loans. Now, by looking at which loans are sliding into delinquency, one can get an idea of what's going on in the greater economy. Now, in fact, we already kind of know what's going on in the greater economy, as the news media has been going on and on about this, and you know the numbers are shocking, no doubt about it. But to see for yourself, to have a personal stake in what's going on in people's lives, really opens a new dimension to investing. Okay, so what are the results? Well, I had been expecting a massive rush of delinquencies, right? And I was certainly looking forward to that. I just expected there to be a near collapse in the Lending Club account. Interestingly enough, that has not happened. It has not happened, at least not in my account, right? So of the 302 loans, 216 of them are still active, right? Now, 71 have completely repaid. Hey, I'll take it, right? Now, that leaves 3 that have slipped into a grace period. Now, grace period is really that first 2 weeks after their payment is due. And so that's kind of like the first step in the delinquency process. And so of the 216 active loans out there, only 3 have slid into grace period in this last week or so, right? I certainly would have thought that would have been much higher than that, but only 3. And the delinquency rate of, or the delinquency category of 16 to 30 days, I actually only have 2 loans that have fallen into that category, right? And the 31 to 120 day delinquency category, I have only 3, right? And so that gives me, by the way, and there's 7 complete charge-offs, and that's over the course of the last 20 months or so. So there is that, right? That gives me a grand total of 7.75% annual return year over year in this Lending Club account, even in the midst of this crisis. That is incredible, and I'm telling you, I absolutely would never have expected that. Right now, it's holding up so far. And are these people who have these loans, are they paying back? Or is maybe even Lending Club assisting them in this process? I don't know. I kind of suspect maybe something like that is going on, because with all the news and 10 million people filing for unemployment benefits over the last 2 weeks, I just would have expected there to have been a massive rush of delinquencies. And I'm telling you, it just has not happened yet. All right. So also, I received this week an interesting email. See, apparently in the state of Texas anyway, voila, after 9 months, Lending Club is now opening up for residents of Texas to purchase new notes, right? Make new loans after a 9-month moratorium where they just said absolutely no way, no how you can do this. Then all of a sudden, well, yeah, sure you can, right? Does that have something to do with with the greater financial collapse? I'm going to say, yeah, it does. It has to, right? It seems like there are a lot of people out there who are going to need loans, and they're going to Lending Club, and Lending Club is rather anxious to, help these people out. So whatever it was that was preventing them from doing this over the last 9 months, they've all of a sudden decided to lift that moratorium and allow persons in Texas anyway to go ahead and purchase loans or make, purchase notes, which is like making a loan, to persons in need. Okay. Now, will I be doing that? No. As I mentioned in a previous bid, I have been actually drawing down on this account, and I had been doing that because I couldn't make any new loans anyway, and I didn't want my cash just sitting there in a non-interest bearing account. So I had been siphoning off cash as people repaid. And I've been doing that anyway. But now, with this catastrophic financial crisis that's hitting us due to, the disease, I can't purchase any new Lending Club notes until this thing blows over, right? And the economy can get stabilized, right? That way I have some way of measuring, risk here, because it seems to me to be the maximum of foolhardiness to go out and start making loans to people, personal loans to them, as unemployment is skyrocketing, right? So we'll just wait for there to be some kind of recovery and an end to this crisis. And then I personally would perhaps, revisit the Lending Club account. Well, anyway, I just want to make my viewers aware of that, know what's going on. I think that's actually a really important aspect here, right? And I don't know if Lending Club is doing this in all of the other 9 states that they had the moratorium in, or is it only Texas? I don't know, but certainly things seem to be they seem to work out whatever issue there was, right? So please do me a favor. Smash that like button if you have found this video interesting and informative. Please leave a comment. I always say that, and I mean it. I read every comment, and I appreciate it, right? So, smash that like button. All right. Thank you, and good luck.